Yes, sir. We are back. We are back. 101 TKO Radio. Your boy Johnnie Cabbell is checking in. Man, it's been a crazy, crazy weekend. Once again, my DJ Superstar, is running a little late. But he's on the way. But we always have that mix cock loaded and ready. You know what I'm saying? The team is in the building. I got my boy in the building. The legendary. Boy,
I tell you,
man, this guy right here. Oh my God,
Johnny, how much between us two? How many years of experience do we have? About 60.
It's a lot. I'm just gonna say it's
but look,
a lot.
But I don't have that mean to have that watch you got on. Well, I wish y'all could show them the watch on IG Live. No, man. Show them the watch, man. God, dog, boy. Look at me though. Look, I'm just out here bare. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but we got my man Jerry Clark in the building. He will be joining us. We're gonna be getting into this live interview. The legendary. You got to when you say Jerry Clark, now you gotta say the legendary.
I appreciate
Jerry
that, Johnny.
Clark.
Thank you, man.
You know what I'm saying? We gotta put some respect on his name.
Some respect.
Respect. But
Chuck.
Before we get to that, we want to know how y'all weekend was doing. Listen, I need y'all to call in. Let me know y'all thoughts on the BET Awards. Let me know if y'all felt like Sexy Red got robbed for Artist of the Year. I want to know y'all thoughts. The call-in number is 678-439-7419. Once again, I'm going to repeat that. 678-439-7419. Also, I want to know how y'all felt about the Usher tribute. What's y'all thoughts on that as well? And as a whole, do y'all think the BET Awards was a good one this year? Or if you think, they still ain't just got it yet. Let me know your thoughts on that. So once again, the call-in number is 678-439-7419. I want to know y'all thoughts on the BET Awards. Also, it's been this weekend was going crazy. I need to know what y'all think about my boy Rick Ross. Jerry, I got so much to talk to you about today. I hope we can get it all in and out because a lot of shit went down this weekend.
Well, I'm telling you what, this is a very interesting weekend, wasn't it, Johnny?
Hey, it was going down.
Yeah, lead boy.
So listen, what are y'all thoughts on Rick Ross? Now, Rick Ross trying to make it seem like, man, wasn't nothing, you know what I'm saying? He brushing it off and everything. But from the clips and what I seen, I don't know, Ross.
Yeah, he gonna have to get some new security.
I don't know. You may need to hire a new team. Because they looking a little shaky out there. You got too much money. They whip
big boy.
Boy, they
put a whipping on him.
Tia Kemp is going in.
Oh, see, I hadn't seen it.
Baby mama is having a field day right now.
And 50 Cent in.
Boy, I just about to say, you
knew 50 was coming with the pettiness.
50 was like, what? So listen, want to know y'all thoughts on that? We got a lot of stuff to talk about. Also, your boy Ray J. Ray J and the owner of Zeus, LaMille, had some words.
And they started scrapping.
Some little scuffles went on. What is going on? Is it something in the air, Jerry?
It must have been something in that L.A. water this weekend.
Boy, something in that L.A. water. And also, we want to know, who had the flyers fit for the BET Awards? Also, on the BET Award, once again, your girl Taraji, I don't think Keith Lee felt happy about them comments. He got them mixed up and everything. There go my boy DJ Superstar coming in.
DJ Superstar.
Superstar has entered the building. See, he be being late on purpose because he be wanting to make that entry. We see you, Superstar.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. That's why his name's Superstar.
We know you the Superstar. My boy DJ Superstar checking in, so y'all already know how we get down. It's going in big. We're going to have the mix coming up. Hey, we're going up. We're going up in a major way. But listen, we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we got my man Jerry Clark. We're going to get into it, Jerry. I hope you're ready now. We got a lot to talk about, man.
I'm ready.
Let's
jump.
I think this is the first time that I've really been able to have just like a sit-down conversation with you.
One-on-one like this, it sure has been.
Yes.
And for us to been knowing each other so long, man, we long overdue, man.
Long overdue. We got to change that narrative too, man.
Yeah, man.
No, we got to change that. But we're going to take a quick commercial break. And when we come back, got my man Jerry Clark coming up, the legendary Jerry Clark. Take us out, Nelly.
Well, my bad. I'm pretty than a...
Yeah. We back. Your boy Johnnie Cabbell checking in. 101 TKO Radio. If you have not downloaded the app, please make sure you download the app right now. That's for everybody that's tuning in, everybody that's on my Facebook, IG Live. Make sure you download the app 101 TKO Radio right now. Well, before I bring my guests in, my man DJ Superstar has checked in the building. Superstar,
hey, and Johnny,
good?
let me tell you something. Let me cut you off. DJ Superstar dope, man.
Oh, man, you got to
This
tell
nigga
me.
dope, man.
That's why I brought him
He
in.
dope, man.
That's why I brought my man in. Superstar, what going on, man?
Johnny, what's up with you, bro?
How was your weekend, man?
Man, I had a wild weekend, bro.
You like the rest of America, then?
Yeah, man. I was down in Tampa for the weekend.
Okay, Tampa, Florida.
Yeah, man.
Kissing that sunshine.
Bruh,
Did you hit the beach?
I did. I hit the beach a little bit, man, and I really partied the whole weekend, bro.
Oh,
Not
man.
even- I was with my
Ain't
two
that like a
dogs.
superstar? Hey,
They
I
had
seen.
the
listen,
Omega thing, man.
Yeah.
I
bruh.
seen your IG story. And I'm
Man,
like, boy,
bruh.
y'all was out there thick,
Bruh.
too.
Man.
I know
A
it
bunch of
went down,
purple and
Superstar.
gold out there.
Yeah, man, it was crazy. But yeah, other than that, man, great weekend. Yeah, man, just enjoyed myself. Needed that getaway time and just relax time. You know, I was supposed to DJ down there, but you know how it goes. You know, when people don't sign the contracts and the paperwork don't.
Oh,
Damn
man,
right.
exactly.
Tell them to get your money right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
man.
You
You
gotta
know,
get it
so
right.
yeah, you know, I was just chilling.
Just chilling.
Yeah,
Man, I got the OG,
for sure.
the legendary, my friend, business. I mean, this man is
Damn,
everything.
Johnny, we go back a long
Go in the
way,
bit,
boy.
man. I got my man. You know this man right here, Jerry Clark?
Man, legend in the city, legend.
Man,
I mean, if you
Hey, man,
don't
y'all
know
gotta stop
who
with all
Jerry
that
Clark
extra, but I
is,
appreciate it, though.
something
Yeah, I
wrong,
appreciate
man. Man, we got a lot of money together, too.
Ooh, boy.
You know what I'm saying? We got some bags together now.
We done got some bad, but check it out. I'm going to say this again. I still don't have that watch you got on.
Oh, my God. This
I still don't have that watch you got on, Johnny
my man,
Cabbell.
Jerry Clark is in the building. How you
Hey,
feeling,
man, I
though,
appreciate y'all having me, man, for real. I'm doing great, man. I'm blessed. I'm healthy, physically healthy. Majority of the days mentally healthy. I'm good, man. I'm happy to be here.
We bumped into each other at the taping of Rashida.
Kurt and Rashida spot,
and stuff. You know, it was a lot of, man, they brought them out. Boy, that gonna be a nice little
Yeah,
documentary.
it is. It is.
You know
So
what
when
I'm
I
saying?
see when I come out to things like that and I run into people like you, it gives me a sense of pride because I look at how we were really able to adjust over the years and over the times and still be relevant, Johnny.
Yeah.
Because like
Yeah.
we say, we've been around this game without, you know, I know
Boy.
you ain't but 28 and I'm 30.
Hey.
But we'd have been around this game a long
time.
So for us to still to be relevant, still to be moving and shaking, it just goes to show you that God got his hands on us for one, but we able to maneuver, man.
Exactly.
We able
Only
to-
the strong survive.
Boy.
Only the strong
and
survive.
in this industry, in this business, boy, you better be strong than them.
Gotta be strong. You gotta be up on your
Yeah.
toes.
You better be.
Gotta be up on
Because
your
this
toes.
business will eat you up.
Yeah, real quick.
It'll chew
Real quick.
you up, spit you right out.
You right. So I want to ask you a question. Did you check out the BET Awards?
Yep, I sure did.
Okay. What were your thoughts on the awards as a whole?
I give it a C. Maybe
Ooh.
a C plus.
That's crazy because I actually, if I had to rate it, I would give it a B plus.
Okay.
I thought it was pretty good this year.
Yeah, it was.
I thought.
Let me tell you
when
what
I
was
say
good.
I thought it was better than it normally.
Production wise, it was
Exact-
very.
Yeah,
it
yeah,
was
that's
very,
what I was
Yeah, it came off very good. But I just, and like I said, don't bring me on here to get canceled, Johnny.
Hey,
I just saw some underlying things that I really, you know what I mean? I watched it and it was it definitely was a lot of emasculating of black men on there. If you really pay attention to it. And I don't want to get too deep for the listeners and viewers, but if you really pay attention, our community, man, we emasculate black men more than anybody. We can't blame nobody else no more. We can't, Johnny.
you right. I mean,
There's
you right.
no way that just certain things that I watched. I mean, and I'm just using this as an example. You look at that Usher tribute. Now, don't get it wrong. These black women are really putting out great records, and they running urban music now. But when you're doing a tribute like that to one of the greatest legends of all time, in Usher Raymond, come on, man. Come on, man.
I'm gonna be honest, and I'm gonna speak my mind. But I felt like it was cool and it was okay, but like you said, one of the greatest of all time, and Usher have put
Too
in,
many dope male singers
like
out there. Yeah.
I really wanted to see Tyrese up there.
Man, we can name.
I
it's
really
a bunch
wanted to
of-
see Tank up there.
Come on, we can go
you know what
on
I'm
and
saying?
on.
You know,
I know him and Breezy just had their little situation recently.
I
would love to have seen Breezy.
I would have thought Breezy would have popped out on us or something. So I was a little disappointed.
I was very disappointed in that,
Yeah,
man.
I felt like they shortchanged him.
Yeah.
They shortchanged.
And then I really, as much as I like Tyler, it ain't no way in this world on God's on this earth that Sexy Red shouldn't have won that award.
I actually thought you would have said the difference.
That girl got records, man. I'm talking about she got records, hits.
So tell us the difference, cause now I'm gonna take you back. I remember when you had this artist that you was working, and he was more so, as I would say, a radio artist because he did good on the radio, but he didn't quite have the streets. You remember that artist
Which
you was
artist?
working? Cause me and you had did some business when I like
Tango
Jerry.
Red.
I think that might have been.
Yeah.
That might have been because you had him moving on the radio.
Yeah.
Big records.
But he won no street guy. You can't force that, you know. But what we did was our first deal was with Virgin Records.
Yeah.
So what we did was try to create some type of movement in the streets, but he just wasn't no street cat. But radio really took to him. But you know,
and I'm glad you said that because that's what I wanted to get from you to see your viewpoint on how big of a difference is, because a lot of people felt like now Sexy Red, they feel like she hood, like, you know what I'm saying, got the
man, that girl got records, man. She's a star.
But is that record bigger?
No matter
than
what you think about her and how she.
But is that record bigger than the Water record?
That Water record is huge, man. But what we talking about, artist of the year or record of the year?
I think the category was artist of the year.
There we go. It wasn't that. If it was just record of the year, new artist, new record, yeah. But we talking about artists. Sexy Red, man, she got hit after hit after hit. Women anthems, even the dudes I know, they right, man. Come on, man, Sexy Red.
Yeah, she does.
She a star.
I mean, we can't hate on Sexy.
You can say whatever you want about her personally, how hood she is or ghetto, but guess what? The girl, she consistently put out big records, man. And there's no way that girl shouldn't have won that award, man.
So you feel like she really should have won that?
Yeah, definitely. I'm glad they got it right with my brother Killer Mike, though. Shout out to my brother.
Man, I was going to ask you, you know what I'm saying?
Come on, man. They got it right with my brother, man.
Yeah.
He deserved that. He been putting it in, not just for his longevity in the business, but I've watched him over the past 20 plus years at his many, many, many highs and even at his lows, and he still stayed consistent. And what we talked about early, Johnny, he reinvented himself.
Yes. And I'm glad he getting his flowers.
Yeah,
really glad he getting his flowers while he here.
Yeah.
Like that.
Killer
that's
deserves
a big
that.
deal.
Killer deserves all of that, man, because he's just a solid dude.
Yes. He
Just
is.
a solid person.
He is.
And a really dope ass artist.
Yeah. Yeah. He definitely doing his thing. Definitely doing his thing. So we had another incident that happened, man.
Which one? One of many this weekend?
Yeah, man.
I guess they wanted to have their own fireworks going into July 4th, huh?
They said we finna get
we're gonna get some early fireworks.
Man, what's your thoughts on this Rick Ross, man? Did you see?
For one,
what happened?
For one, you got to move different, man. When you Rick Ross, it ain't about putting out no diss records and nothing. When you at that stature, you gotta put out. You gotta move different. So you gotta have one security guard that really about that business. And it looks like, Johnny, not to look like you're about to say it's not to cut y'all, but that one big dude he had with him,
oh man,
and folded him like a chair.
They was rocking him,
folded him up like a lawn chair.
I was like, I can't believe I'm looking at this.
Hey,
he got the wrong brothers on his team. But you know what I also said to myself, like, Ross was really getting too. Sometimes like you said, you got to know how to move. He was getting too comfortable.
Yeah.
He got too comfortable and just getting too cocky with it. Like, you just can't be in somebody.
I mean, there's one incident that we, and John, I don't know if you was in the game then. I know I was early on, that every artist should watch on how it unfolded, and that's Biggie going to L.A. for BET Awards when he was killed. No matter what, you cannot ever get comfortable. You can't ever get comfortable. And it was just too close. And I'm not blaming nobody. I'm not blaming Puff. I ain't doing none of that. But it was just too close to Pac's depth. So it was still a lot of that. You just can't. Yeah. That might have been an award show to A-Big. I mean, looking back at it, we can always say hindsight is 2020. It might have been an award show A-Big. You had to skip this one, man. But I'm saying all that to say a lot of people get too comfortable, man. Mm-hmm. And Ross was like, man, I can go up here Canada. These cats really ain't about that life. It ain't like I'm in Detroit, Chicago, Miami, and nothing. I can go up here in Vancouver, British Columbia.
They showed him.
He found out.
He found out real quick.
Hey, that white boy went straight to his grill, didn't he?
Boy, I was like, wow.
I said, hey, man.
But I want to go back, and I want you to let us know, for the people that may not know, who is Jerry Clark? Explain to us, break it down to us, what it is that you do, how long you been in this business, and what you been bringing.
Outside of being a gigolo.
Hey, you know, Jerry love the women, boy.
Hey, man, come on, man. Oh, do the women love Jerry Clark?
Hey, they may go both ways. You know, they go both ways now.
Well, for everybody listening and watching, hey, I'm an amateur adult film director.
Oh, okay.
Look. Johnny, he said, Johnny, Superstar Johnny said, God, no, I ain't even know that.
I might be like, okay, that's a new one.
No, but seriously, I've been in the music business. I stress business for this is my 30th year, Johnny.
Oh, you got 5 up on me,
Yeah. Now, there was a time that I pulled back, but for 30 years, from starting off doing street promotions in the early to mid 90s to graduating per se to a lot of big roles in the industry and wearing a lot of different hats, from managing to having, like Johnny mentioned, me having artists early, the label situations, label deals I've had.
Yeah.
I work radio, getting your record played around the United States. So I've had a great run. It's not over, but I had a great run.
You touched a lot of money, Jerry.
Yeah, I have, and I lost a lot of it.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm gonna tell people. I'm very transparent. You got to be really.
You're
smart,
right. I was doing an interview with Hype Magazine, and I said, you know, a lot of people, when they look at people like us, they see just the glamorous, they see the, you know what I'm saying, like who we're around and who we got, but they don't be understanding we regular people too. Like we have our ups and downs. We go through trials and tribulations.
And a lot of us, we first generation really having some money. You know, I know I was. My shout out to my dad, rest in peace, Tom Clark. My parents, they ain't really had no bread like that, so I was first generation.
I am too.
Yeah, so I was really financially illiterate a lot. I mean, I made a lot of money over the years, but I was financially illiterate. Not, unfortunately, unlike other cultures who they set you up and they teach you certain stuff.
Man,
I'm in that
same boat.
We don't know, man, because now our kids, like I know you have grandkids, but my kids, they're not making them mistakes I made financially.
Exactly.
They not. I refuse to let that happen.
Exactly.
But
same here.
I made those mistakes. And don't get it wrong, I still do all right for myself. I still live good, but I look back on a lot of the money that I made, and I was just telling somebody the other day, like a lot of the money, not just made, but a lot of the ego money I lost. Like going to Magic City, swiping my car for $5,000, $10,000.
Speak.
Letting my flesh and my ego control my finances. And that, and if you watch and listen, if you let your flesh and ego control anything, you probably go make some bad decisions, man. But back to your original question, I've been in this business for 30 years. It's been great. Johnny, we've been fortunate enough to still be here. I've worn many hats, but I think what everybody know me as, and as you know me as, is that one of the go-to radio guys as far as getting your record played in the country. So, I had a great run. Like I said, it's not over. I'm still enjoying it.
At what point in your life did you say this is what you wanted to do as far as dealing with the music? Like, how did you get up to that point? Before you answer that, are you from Atlanta?
No, I'm originally from Chicago, but I've been here since high school. Okay. East Side, Lakeside High School, right?
Okay, you went to Lakeside.
Yeah, come on, man. I know you went to Avondale.
Yeah. Okay.
So we both been Midwesterners originally, because I know you from. I think you was born in Cleveland, right?
Yeah, and I've been down in Atlanta since elementary.
Okay, so you've been here a little longer than me.
Yeah.
So I came here in high school. So and it's been in both of us. We can say this because I hear people always say, "You flew here, we grew here." Well, guess what? We didn't have more. We didn't have our hands in more in pushing this Atlanta culture forward than these folks that grew here.
Exactly.
So put some respect on our name. We adopted this city as our home. This is my home, man. I love this city.
So when you graduated, did you know that you wanted to get into the music somehow, or did you have other, inspirations on what you were trying to do with your life?
Actually, I had no clue at first. But one thing that I did know is that my uncle, rest in peace, Mr. Stanley Bethel, he was in the music business.
Okay.
So he worked with a lot of big artists, OJ's, Billy Paul, Teddy Pendergrass when he was at Philly International Records. And so he had been in the industry for a while. He was a promo guy as well, radio promo guy. So I used to go to Jack the Rapper conventions with him, BRE conference, different stuff. So I was able to get, early on, see the business side of the music business. So I was always intrigued by that. And Mr. Bethel told me one thing. He said, Jerry Clark, he sat me down. I'll never forget. He flew in town, and we was at a hotel downtown Atlanta. He said, you got a gift that only 5 to 10% of people on this planet have. He said, the gift to be able to walk in a room and people gravitate towards you. And when you talk, people really listen. He said, you got a different gift to gab. So he said, you can either be a pimp, a preacher, a politician, or go in this music business. So you know what chose me?
What chose you?
This music business.
But I want to ask you, it's very interesting to hear your story and what you're saying, because most people want to be a rapper.
Yeah.
Most people maybe even want to be a DJ or something.
Or a producer.
Or a
songwriter.
But you had a different agenda.
Yeah.
And you just said something that stuck with you, like, my uncle, he was in the promo business, so, I got a chance to be around, go out, do some things with him.
Yeah.
And you was looking at that and everything, so you was kind of getting that. But I just like the fact that you seen something, and you like, you know what?
I saw it early.
I think I want to do this. What I want to do.
And I didn't realize it was going to be this hard, even with having family already in the business. I didn't realize it was going to be this hard to break through, to break in. But once I got in and started building, and I'm going to say building these relationships, 30 years later, here I am. Sitting here with the great Johnnie Cabbell on 101 TKO radio. Talking about my music industry career. So it's.
But before the music, tell me about Jerry Clark. Who is Jerry? How was it for you growing up in school and everything? Was you bad? You know what I'm saying? Was you the gigolo? What was it like? What was it like hanging with Jerry at 15?
Well, it's interesting because I wish my mom was still alive to answer that question. Grade wise, I'm gonna say this. They always wanted me to be in these gifted programs because my scores were so high and all that. But my behavior never matched my.
Oh, you was a little bad one.
I don't know, man. I just, you got kids, so it's gonna always be one out of however many. But 1 year, I remember in 5th grade, I pulled the fire extinguisher off the wall and started spraying for just silly shit, just dumb, man. And the thing is, I can't say that I grew up in a single mom. No disrespect to that, but I grew up.
So you had your mom and dad?
Both parents in the house. They was married 46 years.
Wow.
Yeah, so I had a very solid, spiritually, emotionally. Like I said, we ain't had no bread like that, but it was a good, solid family.
Okay.
But I just was silly.
Do you have any siblings?
I got 3.
Okay.
Yeah, 3 siblings. One older, 2 younger.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 of them live here in Atlanta, and my older brother lives in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Okay, so you got 2
4
brothers?
of us. Yeah, 2 brothers and a sister.
And a sister.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we so the dynamic, and we spaced out. So it wasn't like how my kids are, where I had 3 kids in a 4-year span. We spaced out 5 years, 7 years, like that. So, but I had a solid upbringing. When I tell you, looking back at it, especially looking at society now, well, how these folks acting, and man, boy, I want to thank my mom and daddy every day, boy.
Yeah.
Like I say, man, I wish we had some bread though. But hey, I'm first generation really making some paper, some real paper.
Okay, we're going to take a quick commercial break. And when we come back, you know what I'm saying, get into some more history with my man.
Yes,
Jerry
indeed.
Clark, the legendary Jerry Clark. Take us out. Superstar. water up here because DJ Superstar be on fire so much.
DJ
Boy, do we got a caller? We got a caller calling in. We got a caller calling in on the hotline. Let's get to it. Caller, what is your name and where you calling from? Let's get it. Caller, where you calling from and what's your name?
Johnnie Cabbell, it's your boy Alo.
Hello, what's going on, man?
Now, listen, $1 million question for you two guys there.
Okay.
Killer Mike has won Best Rap Album in the Grammy. Now he's won Best Rap Album in the BET Awards. Can you name me one song from his album?
From Killer Mike?
Yeah.
Yes, one song from Killer Mike's album that won Best Album of the Year.
Just name a song. Exit 9, Science and Engineering. Like Motherless.
Yeah.
I rock with the whole album.
Oh,
Yeah, talk that ish. How many more you want us to keep naming? What you
Down by Law.
okay.
What you thought we were from Atlanta or something?
Yeah, no.
What? This real Atlanta on here.
Damn
What
right.
you thought?
No, time out, because a lot of people don't know any records. Like, you guys are one of the few. But there's a ton of people you could go ask, and they can't name you not one song from the rap album of the year.
Hey, let me tell you something. You got two folks with the initials JC up here. And we some steps below Jesus Christ, but when it comes to this music,
Yes,
Johnnie
sir.
Cabbell, Jerry Clark, you ain't gonna miss with these two JCs. dog.
Boy, you right about that. That's a good. I ain't never think about that either.
Because you know what it is? It's like a lot, not just Killer Mike, but a lot of albums, like new albums, people don't know the name of the songs. Now I'm trying to figure out, is it because they're naming them the wrong things, or just people don't care anymore of what the name of the song is?
Well, you know what? Even
it
as long as I've been in the
Spotify?
music business, I never even knew like names of songs. Or like it's just certain songs.
I'm
like
bad with names.
I forget. Yeah, I'm bad.
That's
with
just something I'm really just into.
Yeah, so it's.
But hey, I got a question
Do you
for
think
you.
it's because people don't buy CDs anymore and just go to streaming and they just press the button and let it play?
that definitely has something to do with it.
Because when you had the CDs, you get the
You
chance
pull out the
to
J
read-
card,
yeah,
you
the
looking at the J card.
Ooh, you went back, yeah.
Yeah, that's
You
true. That
got
was
it,
one of the
yeah.
I wanted to see who shouted me out.
Exactly.
Because I'm like, I worked this
We-
project.
hey,
They
we
better
check-
say my name.
We checking them credit. That's the
Yeah,
first thing
that's
we
the
go.
first thing I'm going to look at the credit. See, make sure they say my
Exactly.
name.
But hey, let me ask you a question. So, did you see that you looked at the BET Awards, right?
Yes.
Artist of the Year, who was your choice? Sexy Red or Tyler?
New artist of the year.
I mean, new Artist of the Year.
Oh, the Caribbean girl that make me sweat. That girl there.
Why?
It's international, man.
Okay, so why? Give me your explanation.
She's appealing. She's appealing to the African crowd. She's appealing to the American crowd. She's gorgeous. She's not on stage pregnant rapping.
Oh, come
I don't
on,
want to
man,
see
don't-
pregnant rappers now.
But no, don't get off now. Come on now, don't. Let's stay on.
But that's a good point, though,
No,
Jerry.
but her being pregnant
No, I
had
don't
nothing to
wanna
do with
see
her
it.
being artist of the year.
we
having a great
want
record.
to
But
see.
see
We want
that-
to see beautiful women on stage.
But I'm gonna be honest with you. Do you feel
So when
that's-
Beyonce was on stage pregnant, did y'all have a problem with that? Oh, she was married. Is that what it was?
They did it.
Come on. When
They
Beyonce, what
did
about
it more
Rihanna? She ain't married.
glamorously.
Rihanna,
Wait.
Rihanna was on stage. I
These
think did she
women-
do the
these
Super
women-
Bowl pregnant? Did y'all have a problem with Rihanna? She an island girl.
That's late. That's late in their career. This is and they
Man,
did it
come on,
glamorously.
man. You comparing
Sexy
raisins
Red
to
is
watermelons
just out
now.
there with coochie cutter shorts and eat my twat. You're pregnant.
But it don't have nothing to do with that.
If
If she puts out great records, she should have won Artist of the Year because Rihanna did the Super Bowl pregnant. The Super Bowl in front of billions of people. And you didn't have a problem with that, did you?
I don't think Sexy Red has put out great records now.
What?
She put out stuff for the street. No,
She
not
hit
like the
records.
other
But see,
girl, Tyler.
that's why this is very interesting right here because that's what
Sexy
my
Red
point.
got hit records.
But that was my point with you, and you kind of went the opposite of where I thought you were gonna go with because I know you of working records, and you know what a big record is versus like
Sexy
a hood
Red
record.
has had big records, man.
But had they been big as what that Water was, like that song was.
That's one record. That's one record. Sexy
She
Red
got two. She got
consistently.
the other song with Gunna that she performed
yeah.
at the
Sexy
BET
Red
Awards.
consistently. But come on, how many? We can name 4 records that she
I
done
mean,
had.
you
Consistent. 4 big records.
Let me ask my DJ, Superstar.
What's up? What's up?
You gotta give me an honest opinion. You can't be on the bandwagon. You gotta give us your opinion from the DJ.
All right.
New Artist of the Year.
Okay.
Do you feel like Sexy Red was raw, or did Tyler deserve the win that she got? And was that record, in your opinion, bigger than any of Sexy Red records?
Tyler's record, Water. Is it bigger than any of Sexy Red's records?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, because she is touching multiple markets, international, urban, pop, I feel like, yes, it's bigger than what Sexy Red has.
That's why I thought you were gonna go with it. I was curious. It was strange to hear you.
How many records you said? One record, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, as a DJ, can you go into a Sexy Red, a few songs that she got? At least 4 songs, right?
Yes.
Maybe even 5. Let's be real.
Yeah, I can.
Streetwise.
No, bro.
That's club
No.
though.
I want.
No. She got big records, bro. Club, radio. When you got when you have
Listen,
go on TikTok.
Yeah.
When you have white kids and white people, non-urban per se people, Sexy Red big, man. She just don't have, her records may be considered hood, but she's got 4 or 5 huge records, man. That should make her Artist of the Year at the BET Awards. Tyler, don't get it wrong. I love to, man, that record is huge. I love that record. But you got to put the body of work.
Yeah,
you got to take the body as an art. Now, if it was just new song of the year, oh yeah, that's yeah. That might even be close, but I could see that. But not Artist of the Year. All these records, Sexy Red, yeah, shit.
Let me give you a stat real quick. A stat. Sexy Red is the 410th most listened to artist in the world. 410th. Tyler is the 180th most listened to artist in the world.
Gap. That's a big gap.
And check it out. Check it out. If my auntie had a penis, she'd be my uncle.
Hey, I appreciate you calling in, man. We gotta get some more.
My numbers, man.
Hey, I appreciate you calling and giving them facts, though. Hey, I appreciate you coming with those stats, though. You know what I'm saying? But we got some other people trying to call in, but we gonna check in with you. I appreciate your support.
You have a great one.
Okay. So explain to us, Jerry, like when you working a record, like what's been the biggest records you worked?
Ooh, damn.
I know that's like a broad question.
Yeah, I done worked some, man. I done been part of a lot of #1 records and a lot of big artists. And I'm not saying I'm the sole, I'm the only person that did it, but I'm saying being a part. So that's tough. But I would say this, I've been blessed to be able to work with, especially here up out of Atlanta. Like not that plaques mean everything, but in our business, that's giving us our flowers. So, I walk in my house now, I look at Usher, Outkast, Killer Mike plaques, Jeezy, Tip, Sierra. So I've had my hands in a lot of stuff, a lot of records. And then lately, the Armani White is more personal to me. When he had we had a record go, actually top 2. We missed #1 by a little bit, but as a producer, I managed a lot of producer.
Okay.
So I managed him. So like I said, I still I still move and shake and move.
Okay.
To be an old man in this game.
Now,
we the OGs now.
When you working these records, do you get a chance to meet the artist, or is it more so, and build a relationship, or is it more so like a job?
Yeah, a lot of times it's like a job because it's plenty of records I worked. I never met. I never met. I just met finally. I just met Money Long last year in person.
Wow.
But I had worked a couple of her records.
Okay.
We had never met, but then I met her in person. I was like, okay. We had talked on Zoom, but I had never met her in person. So there's some artists, it's like a job.
Okay.
I mean, you know, it's like a job. So you're gonna work the records and do what you get paid to do. But then a lot of artists that come up out of Atlanta, I know them personally. So it's more of a, you know, especially like Big and Dre and Killer Mike and Tip, Pastor Troy. You know, these cats, they Jeezy, they can pick up the phone and call me. Akon was my neighbor. I was working for the label, working with his records, and he lived across the street from me.
Gotcha.
So, you know, with Akon, I'd be like, hey, man, this is what's going on. He'd be like, oh, yeah, okay. You know, but we wouldn't even, you know, when you have a personal relationship, you know, it ain't always about music. We talking about families. We talking about cigars, whatever. So.
Now, you said cigars. I noticed that's always been something that's been, you know, special, big for you or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Like, what is it about the cigars that just fascinates you?
Well, since I don't smoke weed, that's my, you know, that's my, I won't call it vice, but that's what I do. Like, give me a rush.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Give me a
now,
rush.
how deep are you, and do you know, like, is it certain brands that you will only smoke, or is a cigar just a cigar, or is it deeper? Is it like you got to have a certain one, got to be a certain size?
A lot of times I just smoke, but then I have my preferential, you know, I give certain ones preferential treatment. You know, I like the ATL cigars, that's black owned. I like Cohiba brand. So it just, you know, I'll smoke. I won't say anything, but I a lot of times, you know, I'll check the number and where it's ranked, you know, whatever. And but I just like a good cigar, man.
So, is it possible? Is it safe to say that Jerry Clark might even have his own cigar bar one day?
No, that you know.
You wouldn't want to go that deep.
I don't even want. Yeah, I just like to go smoke, whether it's at home, front porch, cigar lounge. I don't want to. That ain't my lane. I don't really know that lane.
Okay.
I don't really know that lane. I like smoking cigars, a good adult beverage, and being around beautiful women.
You gotta get, hey, you gonna have that in there one way or another.
I like beautiful women.
Now, Jerry, are you married?
No, I was.
You was married?
I was married for 16 years. Yeah.
16 years.
Yeah, 3 kids out of
3
that union.
kids.
Yeah.
Okay.
But now I'm out here, man. I'm
Enjoying life.
yeah. I
Having
think
a
I got
good
somebody though. I think I might ride.
So
off
would
in the
you?
sunset.
I was gonna ask you. Would you do it again? Because 16 years, that's a lot. That's a nice little stretch. You know, sometimes people don't want to go back.
I would do it again.
You would do it again?
Now, if you would ask me the same question about 2-3 years ago, I would have been adamant. Like, no, I'm not doing it. But now I'm at the point in my life. I think I'll do it again.
Think you'd do it again?
Yeah, I think I'll do it again. I'm waiting on that one young lady to come ride into my life. No, I'm just playing. For y'all out there, they don't know that it's Jerry Clark. I talk trash, man.
So
I talk trash.
Tell us, how did you come about this podcast, which has not only just been a podcast, but it has grown legs of its own and became something real big. It's like you didn't reinvent it yourself.
Again,
you know what I'm saying?
again.
And found another niche.
Again.
You know, so how
That's
did you
all God, though,
yeah.
man. God keeps placing things in my life and put me in certain lanes that when he puts you in them lanes, you got to accept his assignment, man.
What made you want to go into that?
Well, I never forget, and I only told this story. See, you getting rare gems on the Johnnie Cabbell show, 101 TKO Radio. Before I went and did my 9-month federal prison bid, I was at the studio with Drama, DJ Sense, and Don Cannon, and we was talking, and I was just talking about when I came out, some of the things that I wanted to do, because once again, I was reinventing myself. Of course, I still have my stable of being in the, working records and consulting and doing that. But and DJ Drama was the one. He said, man, you should do a podcast. And I knew, that was back in 2015, early 2016.
Okay.
I knew what a podcast was because of Combat Jack, but I didn't know fully. So, and he was like, with all the relationships you got and all the stories that you have and all the experiences you've had over your years, he was like,
makes sense.
He was like, man, that'd be perfect. So I said, okay. So I had 9 months to go sit and think about it.
Let's back up to this
9 months to sit and think about it. So when I came home, I said, let's rock and roll.
What was it that, brought that upon you at that time in your life? Like, I mean, it's a couple of different stories out there.
They are?
But what? But
I wanna know
wanna
the
hear.
story.
I want to hear from you. You know what I'm saying? I never really did chopped it up with you, because you
Just
know.
one story, man. I broke the law. I did something I wasn't supposed to do, no matter how small or how big. It was illegal. So I have to be accountable. I'm big on accountability.
I respect that.
Yeah, I'm big on
and that's what I
accountability.
like. I respect
You
that.
know, I mean, yeah, people. You know, I was just talking to somebody yesterday, and even sometimes they like,
A lot of people
you did
find it
9
hard
months
to
for
do that.
$3,500 for 3 times. I'm like, yeah, no matter it was $3, $3,500 or 3.5 million, it was illegal what I did. So I had to go sit down and serve that time, and a lot of people look at it as being unfair. For that amount for one and what it was to have to go sit down in federal prison to do that. But hey, man, I did it. I'm here 8 years later. I'm here thriving. God keep blessing me.
Yeah.
So man, that was part of my testimony, man. It's my journey.
Yeah.
We all
And the
we
fact
all
that
got a
you was able
testimony.
to come back home, get back out here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, and still do it bigger than ever.
Yeah.
Like that's.
Then you know how people in this industry are. When I came home, I heard all the congratulate.
what's that word you
I
said?
heard all the congratulate.
Do you think people counted you out?
Oh yeah, there were a lot of people that did. To be honest, I might have counted myself out at times. I might have said, you know what, I don't know what's going on, because there was a lot of other things involved in my storm. That
What kept
my daddy died the same day I got sentenced to prison. Not even a month into my prison sentence, my oldest daughter had a suicide attempt at college. So it was a lot going on, man. So that storm was hailing, wind was blowing.
Man, what weather you through the storm? What got you through that storm, Jerry?
Come on, man. It's all God, man.
Yes, sir.
It's all God. You know what I mean? That's how I had to rely. Sometimes we might think we strong and all that, but when you forced to rely on God, rely on him, man. He gonna bring you through. Even when you don't see it, he gonna bring you through, man. I hate to be preaching on him, but I got to, man.
Man, talking.
Yeah, but that's all it is. That's all God, man. Look at me, man. I'm a handsome 52-year-old dude, but I'm still here, man. Both of us got some stories in this music business that make people cringe.
Yes.
No, I'm talking about,
Yeah,
we know where the bodies is buried. I'll leave it at that.
All right, you get it too far.
I meant figuratively. I meant figuratively, not literally.
Exactly.
Well, in some cases,
See,
literally,
y'all
but let me
make
be
that
quiet.
distinguish, you know what I'm saying? So, how do you feel now? You done been around for a minute.
Yeah.
You seen old Atlanta,
Yep.
you seen the new Atlanta,
Yep.
and where we at now.
Oh,
how
God, I
do you
miss
feel?
that old Atlanta. That 95 to 2005. That 95 to 2005 Atlanta, they ain't the city in America that was more off the chain in a good way than this city. I put Atlanta 95 to 2005 up against Vegas, Miami, LA, you name it. Ain't nobody touching this city.
Do you feel
Nobody.
like Atlanta? I want you to think about this. Do you feel like Atlanta is losing that touch? Because I had this conversation with a couple people. It'd be interesting to hear what they say, but I want to ask you, because you've been around and you've been in the mix, like Yeah. So do you feel like Atlanta is losing the torch?
No.
You don't?
No. What?
Oh.
Just musically, culturally?
Yeah, all together.
No.
Because a lot of people feel like
There's
now
been,
I've
a lot, there's been a lot of cities that
promoters.
come up and feel as though they're going to challenge us. Houston, Miami,
Yeah, they said-
Memphis. You see, you watched the Super Bowl back in February?
Yes.
That halftime show was who?
I mean,
Atlanta.
Yeah,
The Grammys, who took over that Grammys and swept?
Atlanta.
Atlanta. Come on, man. Hey, man, come on, man.
Don't you feel like it's a difference now? As far as,
I think it's a difference just around this country and around the world. Because
because I don't like going to the club no more like how I used to. Like, you can't
Johnny,
just
we
go to
too
the
old
club
for
now.
that. We too old for
Yeah,
that.
you're
Come
right
on,
about. I mean that too, but
Yeah.
still, it was a time where you
I
could go
get
to
what
the
you're
club
saying. Yeah, I
and
get it. I
enjoy
get it.
yourself. You know what I'm saying? Listen to some good music and all that, and check out the scenery. Look at the dope talent that's coming up.
Oh, man.
You can't do that right now because
Yeah,
you
no.
don't know if you're gonna come back alive.
Hey, man.
Or if you're going to be running in a shootout, or if you witnessing
Ain't
something.
that crazy? And as much as we used to have in this city going on, you could still move around
Yeah, so now they used
Like
to be a place you can have a good time.
even, and people may argue with me about this. Even in the BMF days when the city was like getting a little off the chain,
Yeah.
you still was able to,
Yeah.
you still was able to maneuver. Now, shit, boy, you on your own, boy.
Yeah, you're right.
Because these young folks out here, boy, they don't care. They rob their grandmama, their mama, their daddy. Hey, man, these folks don't care, man.
And kill them.
There's too much demonic energy out here in this
Yeah.
city, man. There's some real demonic energy here in this city.
So, music-wise, how do you feel about the music, as far just on the whole, not even necessarily Atlanta, but just on the whole, where do you feel like hip-hop is at as far as music-wise?
I don't want to sound like that old dude because, that's how this dude, he ain't even in the demo no more. He 50 plus years old. But I just want to see it get better, man. I want to see a little bit more balance, if the powers to be allow it, because I talk about this all the time, is that, not to compare generations, but, early 90s or 90s period, even early to we had, we had our Lil Kims, even in the 80s, Too Short, Two Live Crew. But then we had Lauryn Hill, Tribe Called Quest, Outkast, Goody Mob that was really talking, but I don't see that balance no more. Excuse me. It's all one way. It's all one way.
That's a good point.
It's all vagina rap. I ain't gonna say the P word because I don't know if it's 101 TKO radio. I don't want to get kicked off. But it's all vagina rap.
Now, the females been making a stand. They've been.
I love it. Too.
But do you feel like it's starting to get a little too overbearing? Because it's like we don't even hear no more. It's like
I said
when I'm booking, because I'm in the booking world. Yeah,
I
exactly.
want to see some balance.
It's like everybody want the female now. They talk to me about the guys no more. You know what I'm saying?
You don't think that's by design? You don't see what's going on in America right now in our society. You ain't watch. Go back. You watched the BET Award.
Yeah.
Come on, man. You had a tribute to Usher. Who all performed?
It wasn't nothing but female. I mean, it seemed like the whole BET was female.
Yeah, that's it.
Pretty much
black girl
performer
magic.
is
Isn't that what they say? Black girl magic, right? I love black girl magic, but come on, man. You got to balance this thing out in every way possible. You got to balance it out.
Do you see it getting worse, better, or as far when it coming to the females, making their stance and doing what they doing in the game and, moving up? Because you got these females, not only they dominating the music, they dominating the industry as far as on the executive side. Every time I turn around, I see a female, they made head of A&R or head of this label, this, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, damn, what are we doing?
I mean, I hope musically it gets better. I love to see these black women get these positions because for so many years, they got shitted on. You know what I mean? So I love to see it. These black women getting these positions. Now I say this might be controversial for me to say, and I've said it on my IG page a couple years ago, and I've told people this on different forums. In my 30 years of being in this music business, I done got shitted on and treated the worst by black men. The people that done look out for me the most have been white Jewish men and black women. I'm going to say it again. The folks that done shitted on me the most in this music business have been black men. The folks that looked out for me the most, put me in position to make money, put me in position to grow, have been black women and white and Jewish men.
Y'all heard that. And on that note, we're going to take a break on 101 TKO Radio. Superstar, take us up another notch, baby. Let's show Jerry what you made of. He may give us a job over there.
I was going to see if y'all give me a job here.
I know y'all pay good. Word. Yeah, my boy Bone Crusher. What you know about this record right here, Jerry?
Boy, I worked that record.
You worked this record, Jerry?
I'm gonna say it again. I heard that record when it was just Bone Crush on it. Him and Elroy played it for me and said, "We want to know what you think about it." I said, "This is smash."
Do you know when that record is that record?
I tend to think I do. I've been wrong. I'm gonna tell you one that I've been wrong on. I'm not afraid to say it. When I heard Andre 3000 "Shake It Like a Polaroid Picture," I missed that one. I told the label, I said, "Man, I don't know about this. I missed that one." But other than that, I tend to think I got a swinging hit. I got a good batting average.
Did you think Laffy Taffy was one of those records?
No.
Be honest.
Nope.
I'm glad you said that. I wanted you to be honest.
I think I might have told you.
And it was one of the biggest records in the world.
I think I might have at the house over there near downtown Decatur by Agnes Scott.
Yeah.
Remember, did y'all have an office over there?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, I don't know about this one, man. I don't know about this one.
I ain't know about that.
I missed that one too. But you didn't say it was a hit, did you?
Nah, I didn't think it was a hit. It ain't even supposed to come out. The record got leaked out from Moot B having that record on the CD. And I remember I can't remember that damn DJ name.
I remember when y'all played it from me. I said,
nah.
I said, I don't think this it, man.
Change the game with that.
Boy.
What's been the most exciting record for you that you just was like on fire about and it just did numbers?
Excited. I've been excited about a whole lot of records, but I'm gonna say, cause Jeezy was so hot, man, when the Trap or Die mixtape. So when he did the deal with Shakir and them at Def Jam and came with I forgot the record that Manny Fresh did, I was excited about that one. I was excited about it. And then it's been a lot of records I've been excited about.
And then what?
Yeah, that's it. And then what?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just, and I'll say this, I've been blessed and fortunate enough to have my hands on a lot of big artists and a lot of big records, you know, that I've been excited about a lot.
What makes Jerry Clark stands out from just a normal person that does the same thing that you do? What makes you stand out to be who you are?
Did you hear what I said a few minutes ago on this show that Mr. Rest in Peace Stanley Belcher told me? He said, when I walk in a room, only 5 to 10% of people on this earth have what I have. And he could have been just plugging, putting batteries in my back because I was his nephew.
Okay.
But I believe it now. I see that. So I got a gift of 5 to 10% of people. Now, I'm not saying I'm the only one in music. There's a lot of other people in the music industry that got a gift to give. You got a gift to give.
Yes. I damn sure got a gift.
Yeah. So that's what sets me apart. The fact that you know what I mean? And then this Jerry Clark, man.
Okay,
you know
talk your shit, Jerry. Talk your shit.
Hey, this 6'4" tall glass of chocolate milk walk anywhere, man. Hey, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man.
Have you ever worked on a project or felt like you were forced to work something that you really didn't want to work, but you was like, the money good?
Man, yeah. A lot of times, man. You know, you get those records when you get the label sent it to you, you be like, man, this just okay. It's mid. But then they tell you what the budget is and tell you to send that invoice. Oh, that record turned. That record turned from mid to in your ear. You're like, oh, this, yeah, we gonna work this. I mean, and you make it do what it do. The one thing about radio, man, is that period in this business is it's hard to predict the consumer because it might be a record. Like me and you didn't think Laffy Taffy.
Exactly. That record really took me by surprise.
I didn't think Shake It Like a Polaroid Picture. I didn't think that was gonna be. Man, come on, that was a worldwide smash. So it's, you know, the consumer is you can't predict them, man. If that's the case, shoot, whoever had the biggest budget, they could. All these major acts will blow up.
So yeah, and I was gonna ask you about that. Do all the times, like even when you do have the budget and you out here working these records and you doing what you do that necessarily mean that that artist is gonna, you know, reach the heights and the potential they need to go to?
Nope. I've seen records that I thought were great records, the potential to be huge, flop because of not having a budget, and I've seen records that I would consider to be mid or whack have a budget and go top 10, top 5. But, you know, with what people like we do, me and you, we just have to plug and play and hope for the best. Hope that the consumer, you know, we put it in the right people's hands, you know, like DJ Superstar and these other DJs, and the right programmer, the right mix show cats, and the cats that, you know, now it's a different game. Radio is not even, it's not as
And I was
important as it
going
used
to
to be.
ask you, that was my next question.
It's not as important as it used to be. It's
Is
something-
radio
But it's still, don't get it wrong now. For you to go to a different level, you're going to have to come back and talk to radio. But there's so many other ways to get things going now, like, you know, TikTok,
I just say
YouTube.
TikTok, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
man. Your digital footprint, handprint is so important now. So radio is not as important, man. I saw somebody, I think it was JD, he put up a post on Instagram where it said, how did birthday bash, Hot 1079's birthday bash sell out and people don't listen to the radio no more? And I was reading the comments and people was like social media. Young folks was like social media. They was like, man, old folks listen to the radio. We don't listen to the radio no more. I mean, it kind of, I mean, you think about it. But radio ain't going nowhere. I heard the radio was done 10 years ago. Man, ain't nobody radio over. Yeah. And I saw Charlamagne and them on the Breakfast Club talk about radio is still, as an artist, if you want to go to that, I mean, you ask Tyler, ask Sexy Red. They'll tell you how important radio was to them.
I know that's right. Do you feel like do you feel like you reached that pivotal point in your life that you could say, I done my job?
No, I ain't done. I got a lot left to live. I got a lot left to prove.
Okay.
I got a lot left in the tank.
Okay.
I got a lot left to prove.
I
I never get comfortable in what I done.
So when it's all said and done, what do you want people to remember Jerry Clark by?
That he was just a good, solid gigolo.
that
minded his own business and stayed in his own lane and treated people right. That's it, man. He was a great dad.
Yeah,
he was a great dad. That's
you know how we are about our kids.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
That's why, man. I sit back and we don't see each other as often as we used to, but I see you on social media with your kids and now grandkids, man. And I smile every time. And I tell you, when I see you, man, it's just a beautiful thing watching other black men grow into fatherhood and grandfatherhood. Like, man.
Yeah.
And you got grandkids now. Bro.
Yeah, grandkids, man. Some beautiful grandkids.
Yeah, too. Man. So I'm a real simple person. No matter, I talk a lot of trash, man. I like to travel, smoke my cigars and all that. But I like a real simple life, man. I don't want to be out here arguing with folks, man. I ain't trying to do all that, man. I'm cool.
What's your input on the Kendrick and Drake situation, and how do you feel about the movement? Because the West Coast feeling so good right now, they think they about to get the torch back damn there.
Well, first of all, they ain't getting the torch back. Well, they ain't had the torch since what? Snoop and Death Row?
Yeah, Death Row. Yeah,
Dre and Warren G and them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, I mean, they got to be proud of what K-Dot doing, man. They got to.
Yeah.
Lyrically, like I say, me personally, I'll say it again, and then I do Kendrick. That's not saying Kendrick ain't a great artist. I love Kendrick as an artist. I just think Drake got a lot more bigger records. That's just me. And whether it's the ones with him and Future, solo, but Kendrick.
Is it over for Drake?
No. This man is huge, man. No, it's far from over.
So he can't little flipping like Tip did. Flip.
Nah, man, we talking about Drake, man. Drake, let me tell you something. First of all, Drake he's so huge, man. All you gotta do is take some time off, and he got a core fan base of women. They not going nowhere. Just like with Gunna, everybody, man, Gunna done, man. He done.
I thought he was done.
Man, Gunna selling out arenas, man.
You right. Hey, when I seen, I like, what?
See what Gunna did at State Farm here in Atlanta?
Yes.
At the Barclays up
yes.
Man, come on, man.
And I was like,
man, everybody had wrote Gunna off. Oh, he done. Man, Drake is far from done, man. Drake come out with some more of them smashes.
And it's like nothing never happened.
Come on, man. Some of these killers, gonna be like, boy, I'm riding with that Drake. They was all they on Kendrick. Now, man, folks is fickle, man. Especially black folks, man. In the words of Lil Duval, they stay fake caring about something, man. They'll flip flop so quick. You see how quick they flipped on Drake? Now all of a sudden, oh, he mixed. He ain't even black. Y'all what, bro? When he was doing great things, oh man, he black dude. He this. But hey, man, don't get me started, man. Hey, man, black folk, we funny. Now all of a sudden, he mixed. He ain't even all the way black. He from Canada. His daddy from Memphis, but he from Canada. Come on, man. But when he was winning and winning and winning, y'all was claiming him like, boy, your second cousin. Black folk funny, man. That's why, man, I just be sitting there like, boy, y'all funny.
I don't know if you want to answer this, but who you rocking with? Trump?
Man, come on, man, stop. Don't do that. Kennedy? Nah, I got one for now. Robert Kennedy. Nah, I got one for you.
Listen, man, they just gave Trump immunity to all the charge while he was in office. They said earthquake used to be on Trump hard. He said, boy, I'm on the other side. I didn't switch up. Because Trump, he's that, I'm about to say something. Trump that guy now. You know what I'm saying? He's a king now, the president. He's a king now.
He got immunity. That means you can't do nothing.
You can't even touch this man.
Nothing, man. Hey, man.
Are you a Republican?
I'm not a Republican. I have some conservative views. Okay. But I'm not a Republican or a Democrat.
Do you vote?
Of course, yeah. I don't miss it. I don't miss local elections. I don't miss statewide elections. I don't miss national elections. Yeah, I don't. But I'm not a Republican or a Democrat, and I'm really in the middle though. I'm really more moderate. Like I said, I got some conservative views. Fiscally and non-fiscally. I have some. I just some of the agendas that liberals have, I don't really like them. I don't like some of the things. I'm not go.
I feel you.
Some of the things that the liberals push, I'm not with that.
Gotcha.
But whatever more local and statewide they can impact. See, what people don't realize is you got to really, on the national level, it's all about the Supreme Court appointees. So that's going to affect us, the people, but black folks for 100 years. So whoever's the next president, if they don't appoint, if they appoint some folks that's that don't have us in their best interest, it's gonna be hell for a while.
Man, what is your thoughts on this YSL case? You think our boy Thug gonna be able to get off, or is it?
Well, the way it's looking now, man, you look at, these folks get paid a lot of money to do their jobs, and there's a lot of folks dropping the ball. I like Thug. I had to take my person out of it. I've been around him a couple times. He's a good dude. To me, he's a solid dude, man. I like the dude. Funny. He cool. But, I sit in there and look at this case. It's messy, man. It's messy.
Yeah.
It's messy. This is messy all around, man. So, he looked like he going to be coming home after this election in November.
Yeah, we're going to see.
He coming home. It ain't no way you can keep dropping the ball like this on this man's case. On this case.
How you feel about I'm gonna go into the sports real quick, then I'm gonna get ready to let you get on out here. I know you got a lot of stuff to do, but how you feel about Bron and his son? Because
I do that for my son too.
But here's now, do you know the backstory to this though?
What's the backstory?
On how he came to the Lakers.
No, I didn't hear that.
Because the coach was like, he felt like he was forced to.
The new coach, J.J. Redick.
Felt like he was forced to pick up Bronny because.
Well, it's the GM, Pelinka. That's who make the decision.
Yeah, but he felt like because Bron done told him, if y'all don't draft my son, I'm going over there to the Celtics and get that third ring and everything. So either y'all gonna draft him or I'm finna boom boom bam. I'm finna get out of here.
Ain't it a beautiful thing to see a black man get that much juice, get that much power when you got all these billionaires that own these teams, and this man is able to control not only his destiny but his son's destiny. Man, to see a black man get that much power, man, you can't do nothing but respect it. Now I don't think he the GOAT. But when it come to what he did, that's GOAT like behavior. Yeah, his son, man. You can't be mad at that, man.
Now they talking about Curry gonna be waiting 15 years for his son to come and play with him. Bron just started something with
Man,
this
you
one.
can't be mad at that, man. I love it, man. And for a black man, like I said again, a black man had that much power to be able to dictate, like, look, y'all picking my son or I'm bouncing. He controlling the narrative, man.
Yeah.
These white folks that own these teams been controlling the narrative on us for years, man. Come on, man. I love it, man.
I hear that.
I love it, bro.
What advice you got for anybody that's trying to get into this music industry on the level and the side that you do it at? Like, what's your advice giving a young guy coming up?
Is one thing, Johnny, and I'm going to ride or die with this, what I say. You got to build relationships.
That's a key word right there.
That's it. You got to build, nurture, and build relationships. Because at the end of the day, that's what it's about. You can get a check from somebody and all that. Like, just my testimony, my journey. I went and sat down. I just pulled back from the industry for a minute and then still able to come right back and still be successful and still move and shake and move. It goes back to relationships, man. That's what it's all about. So if you watching, listening, whatever you doing, and you want to get in this industry, make sure you build relationships with people like Johnnie Cabbell, like myself, like people, just period. Just all around the board. Come up here and intern for Johnnie Cabbell, man. Get up under people like his wing, man, and learn.
I got another question. Is it true? Are you a believer as in, are they gatekeepers?
Gatekeepers in the music business?
Yeah. Do you feel like
there used to be? I don't know if I could really say that. Now, that's a good question. I know there used to be. There definitely used to be. I don't know now if it's still the same game, man. Because a lot of the real gatekeepers, they passed on or they're not really active no more.
Yeah.
There were some real gatekeepers now.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, there were some real gatekeepers.
Definitely was.
But I don't know if I can say that now. That's a good question, though. I'm going to really think about that as I'm driving. For real. I'm going to think about that.
Well, man, it's been a pleasure having you.
Yeah, man, I
up
appreciate
here,
you having me.
Man.
101 TKO Radio, Johnnie Cabbell, DJ Superstar, Stormin' Norman.
Hey, I am not going to let that name go, boy. That's your new name now.
Stormin' Norman.
What
and,
made
and
you
I forgot my brother's Dwayne.
Yeah.
Okay, you see, man, God, dog.
How did you just come up with that name? Whose birthday is it?
Oh, happy birthday.
Man, birthday.
Happy birthday, Dwayne.
Yeah, we're going to have to get birthday Dwayne. Let's get Dwayne up here.
Dwayne, you don't look a day over 80, though, boy. You don't look a day over 80.
I got a face for radio.
Hey, boy, there you go.
Well, man, it's been a pleasure, man.
Pleasure. I appreciate y'all having me whenever y'all want me to come back,
man. I feel like, you know what I'm saying, I know you a lot more now. You know what I'm saying?
Man, you knew me, man. Stop with that. You been knowing me, bro. You see me move around.
You right.
And a lot of times, who I'm going to be with by myself. When
Hey,
you
I'm
see
the
me, who I be
same
with,
way.
John?
We see each other by ourselves.
By ourselves.
You know what I'm saying? Hey,
By
all
my-
the time.
That's it,
And we
man.
love us a good meal.
You damn right. Now I just got to graduate to get that watch you got.
Oh,
Once I get don't try to hide it. You see Norman, how he trying to hide it? Man, show the camera, man.
This man Jerry is a mess. But yes,
Thank you, man.
my man Jerry.
And this is every
Clark.
Monday, right?
Every Monday, 6 to 9,
I got to
man.
make sure I promote it. 6
Yeah,
to 9
6 to
every
9,
Monday.
Every Monday.
101 TKO Radio, and this is all black on. That's why
Yes.
I love it, man.
Yes.
When I
All
was
black
walking
on.
through here, Norman was giving me the lay of the land. So that's why I say I like it. It's all black on, man.
That man just remixed your whole name.
What? Ain't it Norman?
No.
Oh.
No. Are you?
Oh,
Hold up. So you really thought this man
I
name
thought you
was?
texted me and said it was
No.
Norman. Oh, my bad.
It says Nelson.
Oh, Nelson. My bad, Nelson. God, dog. I knew it was an N, though.
Oh, but I like that name.
No, we ain't call it. I thought
What you call
Norman. Stormin' Norman.
Stormin'.
Hey, my bad, man. No, hey, man, blame it on the head and not the heart, bro.
No,
Nelson.
that's what
That's
made
a great, powerful name,
listen,
too, boy.
But that's what made it so authentic because you was so real with it. Like you was like saying that name like that. Boy,
Hey,
that's
man,
your
Nelson,
name.
Nelson, I feel bad because you didn't even correct me, dog.
It's all good.
Golly, man, I feel bad.
Nelson was like, see,
God, dog.
I thought I had remixed it because I started calling her Nelly, but you just took it to a whole nother level.
I gave the brother a whole different name, Storm and Norm. I'm thinking it's Norman. It's Nelson.
Hey,
but Nelson is a powerful name, though.
We
man.
got to
you got to heavy. You got to carry that name, Nelson, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Anybody want to give a shout out to Jerry?
Man, just everybody out there, man. Everybody out here in the A that's listening. Everybody. Everybody that's listening. Everybody that's listening to 101 TKO Radio. I want to shout y'all out for tuning in and supporting Johnnie Cabbell.
And we still got to get a spot on that legendary story time with Jerry.
Definitely.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. Oh, that's going to be interesting.
Yes, because I'm bringing my stories. My Shorty Low story, Crime Out story.
Yeah.
Favorite. I got a lot of stories.
I done had Princess on the show.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah.
I ain't see the interview yet, but I seen you had on.
Yeah, so
I gotta check that out.
Yeah, we got some stories, especially Shorty Low story. Because Nitty, shout out to Nitty Beats, he came on. And
you had Nitty? Man, what Nitty behind that?
He like us, man. Nitty be in his own world.
Okay.
Still churning out hits, though.
That's my boy.
Still churning out hits, man.
That's my boy right there.
Yeah. So to all the lovely ladies out there watching and supporting this show, hey man, make sure. Can I shout out my stuff?
Yeah, I was just about to tell you.
LegendaryJerry.com. Go check me out. Check out all my
podcasts. Hold up. Y'all did not hit. I ain't mean to cut y'all. You said dot what? Legendary what?
LegendaryJerry.com.
See, we waiting to get. Do we have a .com yet?
Man, stop.
Okay.
I go. Man, God, dog.
Okay, I just want to make sure we're on the same level with Jam.
Make sure y'all check it out. All my social media channels is outlets. Is Big Jerry Clark. I'm a little slimmer now, but I'm still 6'4".
What day is your show?
Every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday.
Yes, every Wednesday.
What time?
They be out in the morning, so you can listen to it on Apple Podcasts, or you can go on YouTube, or go on LegendaryJerry.com.
Okay.
6 a.m. every Wednesday. They up.
Okay. I'm definitely going to go back and check out.
Yeah, man. God, dog. Support a brother, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm telling you right now. Got to go check out some.
LegendaryJerry.com. Big Jerry Clark is who? Man, shout out to some of these people watching. I see you got people on there watching, man. Who is that?
Man, we got Big Marshall 762, Buddy Jones.
Yeah, shout them folks out. They support, man.
Yeah, they've been on here. They definitely been on here. Blossom and Motor, who giving Motor_Industries. So yeah, they definitely been on it.
That's good, man. Shout out to everybody watching, man. Make sure every Monday y'all support 101TKORadio.com. And you go talking about, do we have it? Man, let me get out of here. Do we have it?
Superstar, check us out, man.
Again.
Check us out.
101 TKO Radio. Knocking.
Yeah, we are back. We are back. Man, great show today. Shouts out to my man Jerry Clark coming on, chopping it up with us. You know what I'm saying? Doing it real big, dropping the gems, giving us some jewels, telling us about a couple of the stories and everything and his viewpoint on the industry, where it's at, where it's going. Great show today. Great show today. Superstar as usual, doing your thing. Everybody, man, I'm going to put a contract on you. We got to sit down at the round table, Superstar. Because, you know what I'm saying? I'm starting to get nervous. They're trying to, I don't want nobody snatching you off over here. We got to put you on contract, Superstar.
Hey, man, let me get it right real quick.
Gotta get right, Superstar.
You know.
I think it's time. It's time.
We can, like Johnny say, man, long as it makes sense. Yeah, man, I just do my thing, man. I just appreciate the opportunity per usual. Johnny, man, I love the DJ. Like I told Nelson before, man, as soon as I met him, like, I'll DJ for free because I love it so much.
Man, how do it feel just knowing that? Because it's a lot of DJs.
Yeah.
Just like it's a lot of artists, but everybody that comes into this show, even when we out somewhere, it's just something about you that just stands out.
Yeah.
And people be like, man, that boy is a problem. Like,
yeah. I don't know. It's just the energy, man. It's just, I don't know. I just feel something in me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love music. I love just entertaining people. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I got into DJing. Like, I used to produce. I started with producing.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Boy, let me find out you got a hit up in there somewhere.
Hey, I got some stuff up the sleeve, man. But, I used to work with a lot of up-and-coming artists in North Carolina, man. I used to produce for a lot of people back in college. I still get on the keys and do a little something, man. But I really wanted it to touch the people more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not saying that a producer can't touch people and impact people. They can.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
I'm glad you DJing.
Yeah, man. I love DJing, bro.
Well, you the GOAT.
Man, I appreciate that, man.
You the GOAT. We really got to sit down because, man, you need to be up there.
For sure.
You got to be,
agree.
man. Can't have that name for nothing.
Man, listen, I'm out of this world, bro.
Boy,
that's the name.
DJ Superstar.
Yeah.
On 101 TKO Radio with DJ Superstar. And guess what, man?
Yeah.
We got a birthday in here, man. For
For
man Dwayne. It's his birthday.
Yes, sir.
And that man came to work on his birthday. I ain't got no choice but to pay him on his birthday. I gotta give him some money today.
Man,
it's only right, man. We gotta give him some money today. Man came in to work on his birthday on a Monday.
Yeah.
You know that's what you call dedication.
I'm about to say that work ethic is crazy.
Yeah, work
man.
ethic is crazy.
Yeah.
Ain't a lot of good people out here, man.
Ain't,
So it's
man.
great when you find them, man.
sure.
It's great when you find. Man, Dwayne, what's going on, man? Come around here to that mic, man. Talk to these people, man. Shoot, you a celebrity too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You doing your thing. This man share the same office building.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, Dwayne a great dude, man. Great dude. You know what I'm saying?
be
This
getting
somebody need to tap into. Dwayne do a lot of Dwayne. I'm gonna give you your little 2-3 minutes of fame right quick before we let this thing in. I need you to film yourself. make sure you got the camera right. Make sure you in there. Make sure you in there.
A little bit.
I got DJ Superstar and Nelly, you know what I'm saying, in the hot seat right now.
So
You know what I'm saying? And we got the birthday boy, my boy Dwayne. You know, he been doing this thing for Dwayne. How long you been into this?
Television,
Yeah, how long you been doing
media, 10 years at least.
About 10, you got a dime in there?
I got easily a dime. I got more than that in writing. So I first moved to Atlanta to be a writer.
So where you from?
Shows and concepts.
Where you
I
from?
moved here from Cleveland.
Cleveland, oh my God, look at God. Look at man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I moved here. You know, I packed up everything in my car. What didn't fit, I sold it or gave it away. And moved here on faith. And within 2 weeks of being here, let me tell you about God. Within 2 weeks of being here, I was on production on my very first show.
Wow, what show was that?
It was called Unspoken. We featured spoken word artists and a musical guest at the end of every show. But the difference between our show and Verses and Flow or Deaf Poetry, you know, we instead of having the artist on a stage with a mic and a spotlight, we would shoot actual videos.
Okay.
So we shot spoken word artists in the hood. You know, with that said, we shot everywhere from hoods to graveyards to bedrooms to street corners. We shot everywhere. You know what I mean? So some of the artists that starred on Def Poetry and Verses and Flow also did my show. You know what I mean? So it was really dope. This was 2 weeks after being here.
Wow.
We started on...
that's Atlanta for you, was
man,
Atlanta opportunity.
Atlanta, that's what it was. People's TV. It was on People's TV. So,
Okay.
yeah, you know, and it just been growing ever since, bro.
What is it about filming that makes it so extraordinary for you? What gives you that rush?
Telling the story visually. You know what I mean? I really think that's the thing, man. I did a short film some years ago. I didn't even release it yet. I'm going to release it shortly. But half of the film, it's 9 minutes long, but half of the film, there's no dialogue. So you really get to the visuals, the actors. They tell the story without saying a word.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So I think that's really what drives me is storytelling, but visual storytelling.
What's something that individual need to know when they get into the filming business? Like, what's a very key point into filming that you could give us?
Into filming or into the business side? Because that's
Okay. Let's talk about the filming because
the filming.
yeah, as far as like actually getting the footage and doing the work, what's a very important key that a person needs to know when they're doing this?
If you didn't get it right on the first take, do a second take. Because ain't nothing worse than getting that take and being like, it might work. And then you get back and it don't work.
But what's a key point into? I'm trying to get you to give me some info. Give me, what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to just tell you, what I'm saying? You're like, that. But I just want to know, like, as far as, what I'm saying, a producer, someone that films and all that, like, what's a good key point you would say that a person needs to know when they filming and they, shooting a project or something?
I mean, the biggest thing is knowing what you're doing, knowing what you're shooting, basically.
Okay.
You got to have a real sincere understanding of the purpose of that film or that project and a real deep understanding of what the creator meant when they created the show or when they created the project or when the writer wrote the film. You got to really understand the purpose and the meaning behind that because when you're producing it, okay, so I'm speaking almost from a producer-director standpoint because that's been my experience, producing and directing. Sometimes, like that short film, I did the whole thing myself. I wrote it, shot it, edited it. I did everything, lighting. I did everything myself. It was just a one-man
Okay,
team.
you just said something that I wanted to tap on and touch on.
Okay.
You said lighting. How important is lighting when it comes to the filming?
Lighting is number one. Sound is number two.
Okay.
Because you could have the greatest script, you could have the greatest reality show, you could have the greatest documentary, you can have all of those things, but if your lighting ain't together, man, nah.
How important is angles?
Angles, just like lighting, man. A lot of it tells a story. So when you see a film, like for example, when I watch TV or when I'm watching a film right now, I'm literally analyzing. Okay, why did they shoot from this angle? Okay, why did they come from that point? Okay, look at the shadows. Because shadows even play a role. All of that is all of that is part of the dialogue. It's all part of the scene. You know what I mean? So looking at the angles, looking at the shadows, looking at the lighting, even placement. You know what I mean? Where they stand. All of that is telling a story. It's all integral. It's all a part. You can't separate it. You know what I mean? So if you could look at a film and it's one-dimensional, it's because the director really didn't see or understand, or might have been just new to it. You know what I mean? And didn't really know how to tell that story. That's why it's so important to understand what is the story. Because you can't tell it if you don't understand it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is it that you want to accomplish for yourself as a goal that you're trying to reach with everything that you're doing with film? What's something that you would say you want to accomplish?
Ah, man.
that you reaching for?
I want to be able to create unbothered. And what I mean by that, a lot of my inspiration comes from observing people. You know what I mean? I'm not the flashy type. I can't, I'm not in the crowd and this, that, and the third or whatever. But what I used to do when I lived in Cleveland.
Okay.
And Public Square.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I used to sit out there in Public Square and I would just sit and watch people, man. And it gave me an idea of how to direct. And I did some work with Tyler Perry Studios as well. So I used to watch Tyler Perry direct. You know what I mean? I was a PA for a little bit. I did background work just to get into business and learn, because I didn't go to school for any of this. So I had to learn from being on major sets and watching, major people do what they do and ask questions. I wasn't afraid to ask questions.
I got a question for you then.
Okay.
What is the difference in what Tyler Perry do and what you do? How is this man able to be able to just give us so much content and the movies and everything?
Yeah.
But what is the difference in him and you when y'all basically do the same thing almost?
Money.
That's a big
That's
part.
it. That's it. I promise you. That's and not.
Do you
taking anything
feel
away
like
from
if you
Tyler
had the
Perry.
same money that if y'all got the same money, I'm talking about y'all on the same level, do you feel like you would be able to deliver just as dope, good content that he gives us and puts out?
I think honestly, and this is no shade or no disrespect to Tyler Perry at all, but from what I understand, and what I've somewhat seen a little bit, I think my content and my work would be just a little bit more flavorful, if I might say. When you see a Tyler Perry film, you can almost expect to see what's going to happen and know what's this, that, and the third, because Tyler, does almost all of the writing. I don't believe in that. I believe in it takes a melting pot.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I know how to stay in my lane. You know what I mean? If someone knows something a little bit more than I do or have a different perspective than I do, then I'm going to take that perspective and let's work together on it. You know what I mean? And I think that makes a difference in like a Steven Spielberg film, maybe, you know what I'm saying, and a Tyler Perry film in a sense, or even a Spike Lee film. I mean, they all have their own talents. They all have their own lanes. They all have their own style. You know what I mean? And I think I would have my own style as far as I think my style would be somewhat closer to maybe a Spielberg in a sense. And I know there's some huge shoes.
You made me get up on my chair like
yeah,
okay.
I mean, but the only reason I say that is because, again, it goes back to the storytelling. You know what I mean? And being able to study and understand. I study films. When people are, sometimes people are out chilling, partying, whatever they're doing, I'm studying, man. I'm watching YouTube. I'm subscribed to different channels. I'm learning and I'm growing and I'm trying to understand because, again, I didn't go to school for it. So, I really believe in the drama of life. You know what I mean? Life is comedy. Life is serious. Life is violent. Life is sweet. It's got all of these different aspects. So you should be able to tell all of those stories in one film, or damn near in one scene.
It's the film industry somewhat like how the music industry is, like based on just knowing the right people that's gonna be able to give you the opportunity to showcase your talent, your gift.
Absolutely. It's definitely based on who you know and who you meet. You know what I mean?
Is it gatekeepers in the film industry?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I've encountered a lot of gatekeepers, and I think the biggest thing though that might separate, as far as going into those murky waters from the music business versus the film business, is, and I don't know about the music. It could happen there too, but I've watched several of my shows air on VH1. I tell you, I watched one of my shows air on VH1 because I had pitched it to some less than integrity field people. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have the character, they didn't have the integrity, and instead of signing a deal or signing a contract with the goose that lays golden eggs, they just wanted an egg. So they got the one show, they got the one egg, and I ain't heard or seen nothing from them since. But had they just go ahead and sign a contract with me and work with me, I got 20 concepts copyrighted in the Library of Congress right now. And the shows that they aired, one of them aired for 2 seasons with VH1. CNN just did one back in 2018 of a show that I pitched to some people here that did some work, and I figured that this was.
So it's a very, you would have to say it's a very snaky, cutthroat game as far as in this filming.
The people that stole the last concept from me literally warned me about doing it that way, and then turned around and did it that way. We had both got snaked by the same person or the same group. Because what I used to do, I used to watch all of these different shows, and whatever show I was pitching, I would go ahead and find a show that was in that genre and pitch to that production company, because a lot of the networks and streaming services, they work with production companies that they favor. You know what I mean? So coming in as a new production company, you can do that, especially if you create a buzz about your work. But 9 times out of 10, if you're pitching, say, for example, a show that might be on a Basketball Wives, for example, that might be on A&E or Bravo, for example, then if you have a show that's aligned with that, let's say Hip Hop Wives, I might be talking too much, right? I just came up with an idea. See how ideas come real quick? Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
Now, I started with this interview because I made my points.
But I'm just giving an example, you know what I mean? So a show like that, you would more than likely first pitch that to Bravo, just for the simple fact that they have a specialty in that, and they have a production company that's already used to that type of format. You know what I'm saying? So they would really, but then at that point, you just have to be careful about your paperwork.
What is the chances of someone really being successful and making it in the film industry?
Oh, man. With today's world, man, it's a lot greater than it used to be.
Oh, I thought you were going to say...
No, I mean, because with internet, bro, with internet and social media, man, I mean... The YouTube has made more stars than
let me ask you this: do you necessarily have to be the big name like a Tyler Perry or whatever to be just as big or whatever as far as in this industry? Like, do you have to be on that level, or can you be a big? I'm gonna give you a person. Can you be like a sexy red, good, rich filmmaker versus a Tyler international one? Like Tyler is like the Tyler Perry.
Yeah. Well, you work up to that, because the only way to be big in this industry is that you got to have numbers. You know what I'm saying? You got to have viewers. You got to have an audience. People got to tune in and look for your work. Comment and being engaged in
so
what
if you're
you
not
do.
having the numbers and you're not necessarily seeing just the glamorous lifestyle and the money and all that, what keeps you motivated to keep doing it?
Oh man, because it's a part of who you are. I couldn't stop creating if I wanted to. You know what I mean? I'm a photographer
so it never
as well.
come to a point where you be like, man, listen, this really is not cutting the bill for me. Like, I can't feed my family off of spending hours and hours filming, shooting, doing this and doing that. When it's not adding up for me.
I wanted to quit many times, but I couldn't. Every time I promise you, every time I thought about quitting, God would give me a sign like, nah, you're too close. I would get a sign every time, whether it be a call with another gig or,
but it's 1,000 of you getting those signs.
Yeah, it's 1,000 of us getting those signs.
It's millions of you getting them signs.
Exactly right. But it depends on who's going to stay in there the longest. Just like you said, you got to keep getting back up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Every time I get knocked, man, I got more no's than a hooker in church. You know what I'm saying? I've been rejected so many times, bro. I can't tell you. You know what I mean? I can't. But what I would do every time that I got rejected when I was pitching shows and this, that, and the third, every time that I got rejected, what I would do is ask, okay, for feedback. Okay, why did you reject it? What could I have done differently? You know what I mean? And now even, I used to even have a team of readers. So when I finish a project, I have them read it and tell me why they were watching and why not.
How close you feel you to that mark to where you about to have your break?
Oh, man, shit. Excuse me.
No, that was a good cut. That's a good cut. We'll accept that because you felt confident.
Yeah, I feel, bro, this is the year, man. I know I got well over 10,000 hours into this, man. You know what I mean? Because I started in Cleveland. I did internships in Cleveland before I moved to Atlanta in 2013. You know what I mean? So I've been up under some great people, you know, pause if we're going to play that game. I'm 53 today, so I don't really play pause. But for those of you that do, here's your pause. But I've watched and studied a lot of great people study and do films. My first internship was a Marvel film. You know what I'm saying? So just watching these creatives and these professionals do what they do is what inspired me to keep going. Because ain't nothing more professional than the atmosphere on set. Nothing. I've never been, and I've been an aviation electrician in the Marine Corps.
I didn't know you was in the Marine.
Yeah,
Okay.
Desert Storm veteran, all of that, bro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I did not know that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Desert Storm veteran, all of man.
Yeah.
I've done a lot of work, bro. I did many years in sales. I sold cars. I did telemarketing.
I outsell you in the
corporate
cars.
and MCI, huh? You
I
said,
outsell you in the cars.
man, I don't
serious.
know,
I
man.
sell you in the cars.
You might though, could, bro, Johnny, man. You walk up,
I
man,
sell
people
water
just
to
gonna give
the
you the
wind,
money. They just gonna hand you the wallet. Here, Johnny, just take what I need.
I sell the person they own car to them. And they ain't already bought it.
I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it, man. But
Superstar, where you feel like you at? Like you
Man.
feel like? Do you feel like? How close you feel like you at that breakthrough mark?
Man, honestly,
Especially when you hear so many people give you your flowers and give
Yeah.
you your prop. Because I know it gotta be something inside. Be like, man, I'm the shit. I know I'm the shit.
I know I am. You know what I'm saying? It's like the amount of gigs that I have now. I just feel like I'm 1 gig away, bro.
Okay.
That close, bro.
one project away.
One project away, and it's you know, I love it, bro. You know, and just perfecting my craft, man. Just to piggyback off what Dwayne was saying, man. Like, just perfecting the craft, man. Like,
Yeah.
I watch a lot of old school DJs, man. Like how they control the crowd. DJing is about crowd control.
Yes.
You know
Most
what I'm
important
saying?
thing.
Yeah.
What keeps you going though? Especially like, you know what I'm saying? Because I know it be ups, downs,
Yeah,
and
for sure.
you know, you may get other opportunities to do something that's totally different from
Yeah.
DJing. But what keeps you going? Say, you know what? I just can't leave it alone. I can't put my turntable down. I
Yeah.
can't stop just putting this mix together.
So man, it's the people, honestly. You know what I'm saying? The people, man. Everybody that I touch, man. I do not only the radio, man. I do private events, corporate events. I just DJ for Facebook probably 2 weeks ago, man. Like a corporate event for Facebook on a rooftop downtown.
Wow.
I do weddings, man. Like everything, college events, man. It's the people that keep me going. Like, and I wouldn't have got in it 12 years ago. I wouldn't have picked up the turntables 12 years ago in college just to mess around with it if I ain't see myself having longevity in this, man. Like, I see myself as one of the greats soon.
And for you saying that, we will be having our meeting. Nelly, you have heard it here on 101 TKO Radio. I'm hooking up with Dwayne. Man, listen, we're about to make some things happen.
Yeah.
Ending 2024, going in 2025.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm
So-
saying? We're about to make some major,
Absolutely.
major shit happen. Man, it's been a pleasure, man. You know what I'm saying? Chopping it up with y'all.
Yeah, no doubt.
And everything. You know,
Likewise,
anything
King.
y'all want to say before y'all leave?
Man, I need my own interview, Johnny. You need to know the real DJ Superstar.
Okay,
You
we
need-
gonna set up that.
Yeah, you need to know who Deshaun is.
Okay,
Yeah,
Deshaun?
yeah.
So can I interview Deshaun?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm interview Deshaun.
Yeah.
And we got Dwayne over there.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna make this thing happen. Listen,
Absolutely.
been a
Good.
great day, great show, great energy, great vibe. Nelly has adopted a new name. His new name is
Stormy
Stormy Norman. Stormy Norman. Chelsea, if you out there listening, it's Stormy Norman.
Stormy
You know what I'm saying? Stormy Norman. Well, yeah. I just want to leave out just saying, man, listen, man, make sure y'all download this app. It's about to be some amazing, great things happening with 101 TKO Radio. We are moving in a bigger directions. We have a lot of great things that's about to take effect, that's about to go in effect. And we are really pushing to becoming that number one go-to internet radio station that's out here. We are claiming it. We are putting it out there, and we leaving it with the man above that we are going to take this industry by storm. 101 TKO Radio will be your number one go-to radio station to listen to. And we're going to give you those reasons. We're going to give you 5 to 10 reasons why you should be tuned in to 101 TKO Radio, why you should be listening to 101 TKO Radio, why you should be watching 101 TKO Radio.
And Johnny is the main reason you should be tuned in, listening, and watching the Brothers
And downloading that app. You know what I'm saying? Down, I cannot stop stressing that. Until we reach that 1,000 mark, I am not going to be happy or satisfied. That is my goal. It just came to me, and I'm putting it out there right now. I'm going on record. I want 101 TKO Radio to have 1,000 plus listeners. That's when I would be happy and satisfied. And until then, we're going to be putting in the work every month. Every month, we're going to share this journey with you all. What month is this? July. And we're halfway through the year. So every month leading up to January, we're going to be sharing with you all our progress on where we are at and our goal on what we're trying to hit for the next month, and the ultimate goal on where we need to be, which the ultimate goal is 1,000 plus people. I'm claiming it right now. Nelly, by the time January hit, we need to be at 1,000 plus listener. 1,000. You think we could do it?
Yeah, we can do it.
We could do it. Well, we on the way. We on the way. At least we in the hundreds right now, right? We are in the hundreds, right?
Yep.
Okay. So that made me feel a little better. We're in the hundreds. At least we, you know what I'm saying, talking about, man, you got like 10, 9, 8. No, we in the hundreds. So we're on our way. We on this journey. We're going to build our board, and we're going to put up here where y'all can see it, and it's going to be the chart to success. And we're going to reach our 1,000 mark. That's the mark. We got to tell the boss lady that that's the mark. 1,000 plus by January. If we ain't at 1,000 plus, we may have to get a new cameraman. Maybe it's our light. Maybe it's the light. Maybe it's the light. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? Maybe it's the light. You know what I'm saying? Well, maybe it's DJ. Maybe the producer. It may be the host. You know what I'm saying? But we have to figure out what it is. But I feel like we could do it. We need to be at 1,000 plus listeners by January the 1st. No excuses.
It's going to be there.
And I'm gone.
It's going to be there.
Holla! Hey!